some generic travel tips would be, number one, you're going to be rich down there because they use American money, so that's really, really simple. And your dollar is going to go a lot farther, so that's really cool. But you got to know when they're trying to take advantage of you because they know that you're American. So in the more touristy or centralized areas, like for instance, Guayaquil is like the big city. So if you're in like the main city parts, you might have to be a little bit more careful with your money because they're going to think that you can spend a lot more and they're going to take advantage of you a little bit more. For instance, if you're taking a taxi, they're going to, charge you, like $20 or something if they think that they can get away with it when really it should cost you like $3 or something, So you got to be careful, judging if people are going to try to kind of catch you off guard there. Some other travel tips might be just, being careful with the food that you eat. I'm not exactly sure what generic travel tip I would say about what food to eat and what not to eat, because we had certain mission rules, and that, they told us that we couldn't eat things that were hard to clean really, really deep, like, lettuce, strawberries, and all those kind of berry things. We weren't allowed to eat pork. That was another thing. So I would guess, as Americans, in general, those rules would probably still apply. And other things to be aware of. I felt like the people were pretty chill and pretty helpful. So obviously, if you speak Spanish, fluently enough that you can, communicate. As far as like getting around, asking questions, to, get guidance on locations to see or what bus to take, I feel like you could really get a lot of information from the people themselves, even if you didn't know exactly where to go or, hey, what would be a cool restaurant to eat at? I mean, maybe you could just ask the locals right there and they'd give you the, the 411. Other travel tips. You'll probably want a lot of coins as far as money is concerned, because you use coins a lot. I mean, I felt like having a dollar bill was even like a lot of money. Especially, I don't think we ever had a $20 bill. You can't use a $20 bill almost because they don't have enough change. Even if you use like a taxi who's using money all day, they just wouldn't have that kind of cash on hand. People just don't have a lot of money. So if you want to buy something for, let's say, even $10 and you have a 20, you think in America, oh, that's totally fine. They'll be able to give me $10 back. Not necessarily in Ecuador. So you want to have as many low monetary, how would you say that? You want to have as many low number dollar bills or as many coins as possible. As far as like weather and stuff goes, I mean, it's just gonna be warm, so make sure that you're ready for some hot weather as far as clothing goes. Even at nighttime, it's not the coldest in most areas, in the cities and things. Travel tips, what other things do you need to know about? I think something that might be a little tricky is just getting used to like the bus system, just knowing where you want to go. I don't think there was ever an actual map of where the buses went. There might have been, but I don't remember ever getting one. So you might want to look into that before you start taking buses to who knows where you're going, and then getting off and saying, I think we are now twice as far from our final destination as when we started. So that's maybe something you want to ask people about when you get on the bus. Hey, where's this bus going? Oh, I don't want to go there. Get off now. That's all I think I have.